Hi everyone. So I just thought I would jump in live to share a little bit about the Feminine Embodiment Certification because I do get a lot of people asking me about it. So I thought that I would just show up and speak a little bit about it so that, excuse me, so that there's some of your questions are answered, and so you get an opportunity to feel what it's like from the inside and have a bit of a glimpse into what the training may entail. So so first of all, welcome. Thanks for joining me. And I know there's many women who've journeyed this already, or either journeying it this year or in previous times. And so if anyone would like to comment and ask questions as we go, it'd be lovely to hear from you and share a little bit of love hearts and hellos, where you're from, etc. But essentially, I'm just going to speak about it's now internationally certified, the Feminine Embodiment Training. And for the first time, we're actually opening up from people from all around the world and around Australia. So I've been, over the years, I've actually had people request this. And it's been such an embodied journey of the feminine here on the Sunshine Coast in the Noosa hinterland of Australia that I haven't wanted to extend it beyond that. But the need is there, and I do believe that this is really important work for women, and that this sacred work is really what we're needing to do more of as we call in the new earth, call in new frequencies. It's time for women to rise. It's time for feminine healing, and inevitably that's needing to ripple through the whole of our communities, to our relationships with the masculine and masculine's relationship with their feminine nature, and to our families and communities beyond. So I really believe that the feminine principle is what we need to restore on the planet, that ability to deeply listen, to think holistically, to express and move our Shakti, our emotional intelligence, our sensual erotic intelligence, connecting into the roots of Gaia, connecting into a way of being in the world that fosters kindness and seeing in a lateral, embracing manner, and acceptance and deep understanding of our cyclic nature and seasonal nature, and respect for the earth and respect for the feminine way, which is not per se female. It is a principle that relates to all beings, the masculine, feminine principle, the yin and the yang. So I will speak a little bit about the training. The training has been a 10-month long training, immersive training. And as we go international now, we are bringing that to a 6-month training. And there's the opportunity to come to Australia and to journey in deep retreat work as we journey this path. So this is also going to a wider community, so there will be opportunity to do retreat work in other locations of the world, in sacred sites, in areas that hold the right frequency, so that we can really journey deep in a medicinal, therapeutic and uplifting energy for women around the planet. So in the Feminine Embodiment Training, some of what you can expect to receive are practices for increasing your erotic intelligence. So, a lot of my background has been working in somatic therapies, expressive therapies. I'm a professional art therapist. I've come from a long background in running retreats. I've been running retreats for over 25 years. And maybe not as young as I look. I've been working with women intensively for a really long period of time, both in clinic and in group work. And A lot of what I bring is a fusion of my time, many years spent in ashram, doing deep spiritual practice, as well as journeying with the therapeutic expressive arts and my clinical experience, and bringing it all together into a training that can facilitate sharing with women how they can also hold retreats and lead groups and do one-on-one sessions to really activate the feminine and bring them into their highest potential. And this involves deep clearance work and healing, and it also involves connecting to our divine intelligence and learning some basic skills in how to hold space and how to enhance your toolkit as you go, and to collect a whole range of tools to help you hold women well. So what you can expect to receive are practices for increasing your own erotic intelligence and how to share that with others, meditations and practices that orientate you to your higher self, as well as the skills and the acceptance and the deep meeting of areas of your lower self that need to come along with you in that holistic, authentic way, that integrative way. So embodiment skills for grounding and for soothing your nervous system. Elemental wisdom for leading you on your true soul path. Activations to enliven your feminine body. Really understanding deeply the magic of the feminine body in all of her capacity in ways that has not really been honored and acknowledged and respected in the patriarchal way. So there's a deep body of wisdom within the feminine body, and we're going to learn how to be with that and understand it and work with that and heal, so that we can really come from that deeply embodied, integrated space. Activations to enliven your feminine body and therapeutic strategies assisting you to clear ancient feminine wounding. None of us escape this, no matter what your country that you're living in, what your upbringing has been culturally or otherwise. We all have deep, ancient feminine wounding to clear from our psyche, from our cellular memory, and from our belief structures. So working on understanding the principles of the feminine, celebrating her power, wisdom, and truth, and gaining clarity for releasing the patriarchy from our behaviors, and so that we can free our creative lens, so that we can free and connect to our deep womb power, which has so much creativity and wonder to share with us once we've done our clearance work and our connection work and our embodied work back into tapping that feminine power and wisdom. Ancient teachings of the feminine to awaken the divine feminine within, and awakening of the feminine abundance principles to activate your own divine light codes. This is something I'm really passionate about. It's one thing for women to be empowered, creatively, and in their parenting and in their birthing and in their education and in their relationship to their sexuality and their body image. But it's another thing for women to rise and to actually claim ways of earning their money, their finances, and their wealth flow that is abundant on all levels, that is not depleting and draining as has been the case in the patriarchal system. So this training, the feminine embodiment training, aims to skill women up in creating and running women's circles, deep listening spaces for women to heal and to find community and therefore power and strength within themselves to make deep changes in their lives and to empower their families and relationships. And the ripple-on effect of this is huge. These spaces of listening and being seen and showing up and being witnessed is deep work. So skills in learning how to set these up and to run and sustain these in ways that are deeply restorative for your being and congruent with the feminine way. Knowledge of the breath and tools for learning and leading breathwork sessions, both one-on-one sessions and group works. The principles of conscious dance and how to weave these into sessions and facilitation. Skills for applying art therapeutically for one-on-one sessions and in groups, and for working with clay, working with colour and pastels and paints, and decoding the power of symbols and how to apply this in sessions and in group work. Using the principles of ceremony and how to apply this in your business and in your personal life. Skills for awakening your sacred sound, opening your throat portal, and freeing your voice of power. Understanding of the transpersonal realm and of how to terrain sacred territory, how to really work with your inner landscape, how to navigate that with women as you work in these transpersonal ways, these ways that are bigger than the small I, into the how one is within the cosmos, how one shows up in dreams and in these realms that are really tap into the subconscious. So understanding facilitation skills in holding space and in knowing how to work with groups in ways that are safe and also full of integrity and skill level. Demonstrations of how to apply sacred knowledge in an online capacity with truth and integrity. Skills for developing sisterhood and increasing intimacy within group spaces. Initiations into the feminine arts and rites of passage. Womb work, feminine healing, embodied activation of your body temple. So the course it goes for 6 months. You'll have 10 fortnightly immersions. We do what's called Women's Wisdom Temple, which is fortnightly live sessions. There'll be plenty of opportunity to make connections, build community, have one-on-one check-ins with your sisters, and also create dyads and triads as means of practicing the skills that you're getting. The training also includes comprehensive training manuals. They're beautiful training manuals. I believe the feminine loves visually pleasing materials as well. So they're not dry, they're colourful, they're rich. They really take you on a visual journey as well. So there's many manuals there in the portal. You won't be short of content. There's mentoring guidance and templates. There's embodied practitioner self-care. There's a whole range of embodied practices. There's audio lectures and an online portal that will have video, audio, the written word, all of it is there for you to visit any time. There's no pressure. You can take these materials at your own pace, and we also work together as a group. So it's done in a way that's really manageable for women. We know how busy women are in today's modern world. The multitasking is a real issue. So we work with you, and it's about the journey being embodied and joyful and pleasurable and not dry and intellectual and and pressurized. So on finishing and completing your training, you will gain the ability to have international insurance, and you'll receive your certificate, and then there'll be a beautiful graduation journey with that. As well as a 7-day in-person finale retreat. So this will be a really deep dive and a very sacred experience. So I'm just going to take you now to share my screen with you so that I can just walk you through a little bit about the program. I'm going to take you first to my website actually. So this is Soul Arts, and this is my certification training. I've still got it as 10 months, sorry, it's 6 months now. And here you can see some of the modules. And you can see the journey with the sacred feminine, stages of woman, 5 phases of embodied living. We work with boundaries and sacred needs, body residency, body image. We work with art therapy. Module 2 is feminine wounding, sacred self-care, seasons and fertility cycles, blood gates and nourishment, womb power medicine, healing shame and body wounding, trauma release work, introduction to symbols and sand therapy, applying art therapy and touch to supporting clients, so how to bring all these tools in and use them in your work. This can be adding to the toolkit of skills that you already have. You might be a practitioner, you might be a yoga teacher, you might be a therapist already, and you're wanting more embodied techniques to share with your clients. You may not have done any of those things, and you are on a deep dive of a self-discovery journey, and you want to just start building your community and start sharing some of this work and journeying with this work. Erotic intelligence, awakening Shakti power, reclaiming body intelligence, amplifying the energetic field. We work with sacred sexuality practices, rewilding to nature, elemental nourishment, applying breath work, body temple, feminine sensuality, masculine feminine polarity, activating feminine power, embodiment and magnetism, earth medicine, sacred libido and the jade egg, introducing dance therapy and transmuting shame into pleasure. So working with the module 5, the embodied woman, heart pathway activation, connecting with lineage and ancestors, soul destiny and divine purpose, archetypal embodiment, breasts and heart temple portals, and we work with some body work. Sacred holding is about bringing in conscious dance and expressive therapies, how to lead women's circles, principles of ceremony, traversing the transpersonal realms, formulating healing sessions, activating your own inner wisdom and medicine woman, and feminine abundance is bringing belonging and women and wealth, connecting in with wealth and the pelvis, healing scarcity and core wounds, honouring the feminine arts, womb work for women, and honouring the feminine arts module 8 is living with Shakti power, aligning nourishment with action, sacred union balance, life force and amplified vibrational living, applied body intelligence, deep support and rich service, and structuring sessions for clients, self-value and embodied healing. Then we have module 9, which is feminine leadership, healing the witch wound, reclaiming the priestess and the earth healer, healing shame and visibility, leading ceremony and rites of passage, feminine alchemy, healing the collective, redistribution of wealth and paradigm shifting, and opening the throat, voice activation and sound healing, using your sacred sound. So sacred feminine mentoring is about channeling the divine feminine, embodied practice, supporting the morphic field. You do triads, dyads, and the support systems, and presence and alchemical change, sacred celebration and activation. So we've got an online learning portal that we mentioned, and experiential immersion. There's things to do in the home environment to deepen your practice. There's case studies that you'll work with to practice working with others. You can see here, if you want to go into the course perspective, you can go into that. You can also apply here. And these are some of the realms that we work, the shamanic and the transpersonal realms, working with trauma release, working in the therapeutic arts, learning to run women's circles and facilitate art therapy, sound and voice activation, sisterhood and community. This is really, really important. I'm really big on bringing communities together, women together. We can't do this work on our own. We must heal in the collective. We must do this work together in witnessing each other and recognizing that we are not alone on this journey. We walk as one in the world, and we need to overcome some of the sister wounds that's kept us separate so that we can really grow our resources as women and create a new way forward for ourselves and our communities, connecting with the sacred arts and with feminine abundance. So many women have had so many incredible life transforming experiences with this work. So it is with great pleasure that I invite you in to journey, and you can apply here for that if you would like more information. I would also like to, I'll just stop sharing there, and I will share again one last thing, which I can send you. Sorry, that's pricing. We'll come to that in a second. So, excuse me one second. This is the one I wanted to show you. So, this is information that I can send you on the program, leading the way with somatic awareness. These are some of the things that we do a little bit about. There's a bunch of information on facilitators and some of the arts that we explore, inviting all women. These are the modules that we mentioned before. And regarding payments, the pricing has been set at the absolute minimum. I've had so many business support mentors who've said that I should be charging at least 2 or 3 times that amount. And it's really important to me that all women get an opportunity to be able to participate. And so I've really wanted to make this as possible for all women as I possibly can. So as I say, it's a 6-month training where you get access to me. I've been working with the therapeutic arts for nearly 30 years now, and sharing this work in smaller capacities. So now we have an opportunity to gain that one-on-one connection with me. And Journey is a group of sisterhood for a very affordable price. I mean, I've probably spent over $50,000 gaining all the trainings that I've gained in my life. And my desire is that, I just really believe that time is precious now. We have to find ways to do this work now and not wait for years and years down the track. So, this is an opportunity to do some fast tracking work, to gain some of these skills and to apply them straight away in your personal life and in your work. So the investment, if you miss all of the early birds, then the investment is $4,555, so $4,500. However, if you jump in before the 31st of October and access our super early bird price, then it's only $2,999. Oh no, sorry, that's the deposit. It's only $3,555. So you can save $1,000 if you get in early. Highly recommend that. You can also save that money if you book with a friend. And it's really wonderful to do with a friend because you get to practice together and bounce things off each other and learn and grow as in person together. So that's really beautiful. And obviously travel together to the retreats. So then we've also got a regular early bird, which is before the 31st of December, and that's $3,999. We have also payment plans. So there's the option to, breaking down the early bird payment plan. It's an incredible price because you pay your deposit and then you've only got 2 small deposits after that if you choose to do the bi-monthly payments, or you can pay as little as $55 a week to have it trickling down. So Yeah, I just want to thank you so much for taking this time to hear about the training. And I love speaking with women. It'd be great to jump on a call and we can chat about what your needs are and what you're seeking. And 2023, I feel, is going to be a really powerful year. It's been a tough year for many, 2022. And, so I really feel that there's a lot of potential magic and change and alchemy available for us as we welcome in the new year. So, my question to you is, what are you going to do with this year? What are you going to place into your life that's going to sustain you deeply and be a transformative tool and also assist you in gaining abundance when all of the current structures that we're working with are all like shifting sand at the moment? So, come and join me, have a chat on the phone. We'll do an interview process to see if this program is suitable for you. And yeah, I'm so excited to be calling in the women. There's already women in the space ready to journey and to go on this very sacred journey together. So I'm going to sign off now. Feel free to write to me personally, add any comments, and we'll chat soon. Thank you.